Hello friends, my name is Shivam from Devops Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials or any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com. Thank you.
Splunk Indexer based on this content. Let's say you want to route the data from one to another. No, it's not possible. Unlike full Splunk Enterprise, the universal forwarder does not include the bundle version of Python. Okay, whereas some more fast, secure data collection from the remote sources. Universal forwarder collect the data from the various sources, including the other forwarders, and send data to the Splunk deployment, and use the universal forwarder to seamlessly send the data to Splunk Enterprise, Splunk Cloud, or Splunk Lite. Okay, now universal forwarder you can install anywhere in any platform. You can install in the local machines and configure the deployment server. Deployment servers I'll talk about a little bit later, not confusing you. Now universal forwarder, the management port is 8089. Understand that there's a two port needed. One is a management port, one is an input and output port. So management port to manage the cluster. 8089 is a management port for the managing the cluster of all these things, and 9997 for indexing. Okay, so now look at this here, image forwarding and receiving. So here you see Windows is been managed. Understand that Windows 10 Enterprise and Ubuntu Server. Look at the arrow also, please. So Windows 10 Enterprise and Ubuntu Server is been managed by Splunk Server. It can be indexer, it can be heavy forwarder. Can we manage on which port? 8089. When you say manage means what? You want to change the configuration of it, of the forwarder, then you can change through that 8089, because remember, through the deployment server you deploy the hell lot of changes to the multiple server. Now when Windows collects some logs, on which port it will send it? On 9997 port of the, understand that, of the heavy forwarder or indexer, the center one. So there's a two port which you need to know. Thus again, port can be different one, guys. It's again up to your wish, but these are the two default port. Typically we use it for 8089. You can change the port if you want it, but why to change? There's no need of it. And 9997 for the forwarding and receiving. Guys, this image is clear for everyone?
Yeah, right.
Okay, so guys, how can you set the input and output? Now look at this. Now you have understood the input and output configuration. Look at this, this is the input configuration. So look at the one side is a forwarder, another side is indexer. It can be indexer, it can be heavy forwarder also. Okay, so here forwarder, when I say it can be forwarder, it can be heavy forwarder also, like this. So here input.conf will have a, from where to take input. See here, input should be taken from that file access.log, and in which index it should be stored. So in this index is equal to web. Which source type you should set. All this thing you can set it up. Remember, manually we did it through upload, but here you can set it up with the input.conf. Now what is the host? And disable, false, and enable. So disable, if you do false, that means input will not work. Disable is equal to sorry, disable false means if you disable, that means it's got enabled, and if you say true, disable true, that means it got removed. So that's called one stanza. Okay, here in output.conf, in the forwarder itself, you'll send where to take the input from access.log and send it to where. So send it to, you see the TCP out. Okay, see the port number 997 port, and this 172.31.4.56 is the port, is the IP address of indexer or heavy forwarder. Okay, it can be heavy forwarder also. Okay, so here you are taking the input from that file and sending to the that particular port. Okay, now TCP out, there's some configuration which is there, which is the default group for the indexer, disable, false, compressed, true, as the kind of things. So this is the input and output. In the indexer, you have to enable the input, but from where? Okay, it's like this firewall opening up. See, it's like this. When you communicate between the two server, first thing you have to open up your firewall input and output. There's a, remember, inbound and outbound, both you have it, right? Remember, in the firewall, inbound and outbound. Yeah, so typically outbound is open for everything, and in inbound you set the this port should open, that port should be open, like that. So here input for the indexer, you want to enable that. Okay, for that particular machine, so 4.57, which is a forwarder machine, at this port I'm going to listen on. Okay, this is called listening port I'm allowing. So these are the changes you have to do, and automatically forwarder will start working based upon the restart. That's all. Now you have to install the forwarder. So guys, you can install the forwarder, universal forwarder, and have a forwarder at each of these machines. These are the universal forwarder. By the way, this is a little bit outdated slides, probably 8 months, because now universal forwarder 8.x has come. Okay, so understand that. So but yeah, universal forwarder you can install in the Windows, Linux, Solidus, Mac, FreeBSD, AIX. Okay, so now we'll have a demo. Okay, so guys, what I am doing right now, I am trying to show you as part of the setup. I'll do this uh, enterprise things. So here, this is me. Okay, this is me, and I will hit to the search head. So this is the one machine, search head. Okay, now this search head will hit to the indexer where the storage will happen. Now I am here, you'll be having the indexing also and parsing also. Okay, these two. If you want, you can have a heavy indexer also, but not complicating. It's just a you'll will get lost. So for that, these two things will be done by one Splunk. And here I'm setting up the universal forwarder in the one machine. From here it is sending to here. So simple thing, look at the arrow sign. From here I'll send it to here, and search it will hit here, whereas this guy is acting like a heavy forwarder and index. Is that clear for everyone? The what I'm going to show you a demo with.
Right, yeah, got it.
Okay guys, so this is the demo which I'll be showing you. Before that, let's have a little bit of break. Let's grab
This
one
conference
machine,
will now be recorded.
3 machines. I'm going to start this. Now I'm going to name it that way I do not get confused actually. Okay, so this is the Splunk, but here it is an indexer, and this is the search head. Okay, and this is a universal forwarder. Universal forwarder. Guys, I'm requesting you to please look at my screen very carefully, because you have to do that same thing. Okay, so now I need indexer IP address first. This is the IP address which is I'm having right now. And this is a search head IP address, and this one, and this is the universal forwarder. This is the, okay, so search this is a, okay, wrongly I put it. This is a universal forwarder, and this is a search it. So now I have got the IP address, so I will not get confused. Now what I'm going to set up, indexer and parser. So for that, this is the setup. I have to do that. So first I'm going to log into this machine. Okay, click here, log into this machine here. Rajesh-Mumbai, click open. Yes, I just put the username, send twice, and improve this colors, appearance, 16. Click OK, apply.
Okay, so now here you have all this thing done. I'll become a root actually, and where is that? And all this thing I do on the OPT. So there's no file here. Now I will do that. So what are the steps I need to perform? See here, I have steps, which is this one. The URL I need to change it, by the way. So this I'm going to do in the this one. So first I'm going to cd download this one. So for the downloading purpose, I need the new URL, which I have in the day 1 and day 2. So Splunk day 1. This is the URL. It's a new version, not an older version. So here, this is the older version. Now this file is the one, and rest of the things will remain same. So now let me do that. cd opt download this file. Download this file. And here you got this. Untar this. And then cd into the Splunk and cd bin Splunk start accept license. So I'm starting the Splunk here. Now set the username admin123 done. So guys, Splunk got started. Done. Now can we access this? This one. admin admin 123. Okay. Okay. So installations is done. Now this guy is acting like a indexer and parser. This is done. So I have to do this and I've done it. So guys, so far any questions? Any questions so far? Guys, so far any questions? Hello? Hello?
No, okay.
Yeah. Now what you have to do in order to make this as an indexer or parser, you have to enable some of the options which is by default not enabled. So what we do in this case, so you have to go to the setting, monitoring console, setting, forwarder monitoring setup. Okay, so let me take you to this here, setting, monitoring console, which will enable the monitoring of the different forwarders. Okay, here you have a, see here what you have, Splunk monitoring console, which monitor all the forwarders at this place. Okay, so right now you see that this is the overview summary. Just get comfortable with it. Okay, it's a monitoring console which Splunk provides it to check that which forwarder is working, which forward is not working, and all the stuff. Okay, so some of the summary you have, you can add a deployment server also, and health check, you can check this, get comfortable with it, read it. Not needed to change many things. Whatever is needed to change, I'll talk about it here. Indexing, input, license usage, smart store, many things are there. So in here you have to go to monitoring console and setting, and you have to enable forwarding monitoring setup. So go to the setting, which is here, and click on the forwarder monitoring setup. You have to enable it. So let me do that. See here, by default it's a disable. Now you will enable it every 15 minutes. This is a minimum, and save it. So that is done. Okay, that is done. Okay, so this activity is done. Step number 1. Okay, this is done. Now step number 2, you will have to go to the setting again and forwarding and receiving. So let's go to this setting again and forwarding and receiving. So here go to the setting and forwarding and receiving, it should be here. See here. So please read it. Setting again, forwarding and receiving. And receive data, you have to enable that. Receiving, listening port, you have to enable it. So receive data, forwarding and receiving. Receive data, add the port, because if you do not add, receiving will not happen. Forwarder will send the data, but indexer will not receive. So you have to open up this port actually. So here you have to go to this forwarding and receiving. Okay, that's one thing. Okay, now you have to see here, you have a forward data. So this Splunk can send the forward the data also, but can receive the data. So here only receiving the data is there. Now I want to show you here receiving the data, which is called input.conf. So before that, I would like to show you here. Guys, look at my screen, please. Here, get init. Get is not there, right? Install get -1. I'll show you which are, if you change through GUI, which file gets changed. Why I'm doing it? So you learn that even though many things you can do through the configuration file. Okay. So here I'm adding this get config user.name just to trace which file got changed. Okay. Rajesh. Here email rajesh@devops school.com. Get add. Okay. I'm just creating a baseline before changing. Okay, so you can see which file got changed. Now there's some files which is not got added, but more or less is got added all this thing, right? Untracked or many things not got added. So what I'm going to do, go to the cd bin, stop this Splunk. So because runtime is not allowing it to add, so if I stop this, it will allow me to do it. Okay, this is how you stop and start. Okay, so now you can add one more. This I'm not doing it just for any impact on the Splunk. It's just I want to you to work on, check that which file got changed. So that way, got added. Comment. See now whatever the file you change through the GUI, you can trace back. Now go to the bin and here start Splunk. Okay. Now start the Splunk. Done. Now go and refresh this. username is admin, password is admin123. Now I'm changing it. So here you see, guys, go back, get status. See here, there's no conf file got changed here. Look at this so far. Okay, and see varlib is the index. Okay, this is index. This is some session related stuff. Okay, now I'm going to configure. So follow this instruction, it will help you. So go to the receive data, add new, listen on this port. Which port? This one. So you can open up. There's no receiving right now. There's no receiving right now. See, there's not added anything. So if you want to add receiving port, which port you want to enable for this indexer? 997 port. This is a default. You can have it any port actually, but for the forwarder also you have to set that. Save this. Okay. So now this port is enabled. You see it enabled. Now I want to check if you add this here in this receive data, which file got added. Look at this very carefully now. Get the status, and you see here full screen. Look at this. Did you see that this file was not earlier modified under the etc app? Which one? Splunk monitoring console. Now you see the rest of the files are different. So here input.conf got modified. This is the configuration file which I was talking about. Can I see that content? So see here. Look at this content one more time. Look at this. What you added? Splunk TCP receiving at the connection host from any IP address at this particular. Did you understand that? Guys, did you understand that?
Yes, Rajesh.
Yeah. So now, yes, you can do through the configuration file also. Stanza, you can add it. You can do through the GUI also. GUI is not recommended because I'm doing it because it's just a small setup changes. But if you do at the large scale, modify the configuration file at each server. So that's the best. Okay. So anyways, that is done. So this activity is done. Step number 2. Now you have to restart the Splunk after this. Okay. So you have to restart. Now, can we restart through the GUI also? Yes, that is possible. Setting, server control, restart Splunk. I showed you the command line also. How can you restart? Let me show you through the GUI also. So here, server control here. Okay. And here, restart Splunk. Okay. Done. So guys, all the changes which I was needed to do that thing in the indexer and parser, which has been made. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Hello.
Um,
Now
yeah,
I'm going to set up
Rajesh.
yeah.
Yeah, so the initial part actually I missed it. That Git you were doing, right? So what that was, I mean, you installed this Splunk on this indexer server. Then after that, you were adding some username. I mean, what was that part? I did not get that actually.
See, I did nothing great. Just I installed the Splunk, okay.
Right.
And
Yeah.
after this, I wanted to do these changes. Step number 2. Step number 1, I did it. And step 2. But I wanted to show you same time if you do the some changes in the GUI, which files get modified. How can I see that which file? So Git is a versioning, right? It is a versioning.
Mm.
So I
Okay.
committed
Okay.
before and then I show that. So you can see the status, how which file got changed after that. Just for the your learning purpose. Nothing great. It
Mm-hmm.
is not impact Splunk.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So what I was
Just
trying to
okay. Fine. Got it.
yeah. So that's it. Now guys, I'm going to set up a cluster. This one I'm going to set up a universal forwarder. So now let's get it up. So guys, I will have the first universal forwarder machine logged in. So let me log in here. So here I'll make it universal forward screen black only. 16 load black. Okay. Now send twice. Yeah. Sudo -s. Okay, guys. So now here, if you look at this, I'm going to install the universal forwarder. Now I should download it because this is the one which I'm having. You'll be having older version. So I'm going to install the download the universal forwarder. So go to Splunk. Okay, Splunk. Log into that. Log in. And SCM Galaxy. Next. Okay, so I log in. I'm going to download that. Okay, so here, see here, this is the last time I installed this one, and now I'm going to install this one, Splunk Universal Forwarder. Okay, now you can install in Windows also, Linux also, so already is all. I'm going to install the Linux. So what I want, tarball. You can go to Debian and RPM file also. So tarball. Now here I need to click on download. Now I need a URL for it, command line. And here it is command line. Okay, so now I am going to opt and wget download this. Wget is not there. Yum install wget. So download is in progress. The ETA is pretty high actually. I don't know what is the reason. I'll just see a few more seconds. If this is the case, then arena. Okay. And now wget. I'm installing the Splunk Universal Forwarder. Guys, I got this here. I'm going to extract it. tar-zxvf here. So guys, this is the Splunk forwarder. Now here, this is Splunk forwarder. Inside that you go, and inside that you should check the file directory etc skeleton. You should check tree is not there. Yum install tree -y.
To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the 3D99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
And now, see here guys, look at this. Inside that, in the etc folder, you have so many directories, right? So here apps, users, system, right? Now which file you should change it? So you should change any of these directory, typically output dot, remember output you have to change. So output.conf. So here you go to the system, let's go to the system. System also will have a two location. One is a default, one is local. Are you able to correlate the discussion now? Everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
now I'll go to the local. I should not touch
one
the default.
okay, one thing. So we are going to configure the outputs.conf in forwarder, right? Universal forwarder.
Yes. And universal
Okay.
forwarder, you have to set
Mm,
up through command line only because there is no
mm.
GUI available for this.
Correct. Okay. So again, universal to send the data, we have to configure inputs as well, right? Input.conf in universal
Correct.
forwarder. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Fine.
In input and output, both you have to set it up.
Okay.
So here cd local. Now see here, there is no file actually. So no problem. If you don't have any file, you can still set it up. Now you can check that in the default, some samples will be there. You can copy from there and you can check it out. So here you have an input, output is there, and input is here. Okay, so you can check the sample. There is no harm in copying the samples and all. So let me show you the input. See here, they are having input. This is the default. So now if you see that Splunk is inputting themselves, you see here, but which database? See here, all the files, log files you have here, it is going to this index, which is the internal index, which I did discuss first day. All the watchdog index logs, you'll get to the internals again. License, user summary, you'll be going to the telemetry index. You see here, all these are input. Anything is get modified here, automatically Splunk will send will to these indexes. Okay, now here all this thing will be sent to this index. Now if you see that there's a monitoring also other. So see, so these are the default monitoring, and get an idea about this. See here, there's a monitoring and there is a batch. Now the question is, what is a batch and what is a monitoring? So batch runs on some interval and monitoring always runs whenever there is a change happening. So there's a batch, the fs change is also there, file system change if happens in this directory, you can do this. Okay, so yeah, you get an idea, nothing complicated, it is like this. So this is the input. Now I'll show you the output also. Output will be inside, see here, and here output is happening. See, these are changes. Output is not sending to anywhere, still output is not done. So output will be configured. The moment you add output, it will start sending out to that TCP. This is the configuration. Output is not set up here because it's not sending a data right now. So like that, you can set it up input and output in the local. Okay, one file which is for input, another file for output. Now the question is, which is the content? So I'll just help you to copy paste this one. So guys, here this is the things you can do in the input and output. Look at this. Now this is a command to modify the file output.conf, and these are the commands to modify input.conf. Input. First I'll do that, then output. Now can you do through modifying the file itself? Yes, you can do that. There's no wrong in it. Input file and output file you can modify through the editor also, but because we have a commands already available, it's been more easier for doing this. Okay, so here first thing I want to see, how many list of active monitor is there. This is the command. Okay, so now I am in this machine, and where is mine? Here, back system to back I'll go. Okay. So here bin Splunk list monitor. Uh, where I am local system etc. You have to go to 3.1, the 3 back. Okay, so this is first time you have to accept the license. So let's do one thing. This accepting the license, I should do through command line options. So just a second. So just a second. Let me do the accepting, others will keep prompting me. Okay, this is the application forwarder, cd bin, and here you have a Splunk -f -, accept license. Okay, start, and for this you have to add, which should be the universal forwarder username and password, admin 123 admin 123. So I accepted the license. Now what I will do, I will stop this. Done. So now that options will not come. Okay, now I want to know how many lists are available. So here you can run this command also directly. Path is here. So here you have Splunk, right? So see how many lists. So how many lists you are monitoring right now? Monitor directory, no directories monitored. Monitor files, no files monitored. Okay, this is the command line way to get it. Now can I add a monitoring? Now what should I add? So I need a log files, right? So you know that in the Linux we have so much of log in the cd. What is the directory? Logs. What is the directory? Var log, correct? No, Linux we have a var logs, right? Correct, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. So here you have so many files and so many directories. Okay. So here I'm adding, add this directory var logs. Okay. So I added. You can add any files also. That's not a problem. So I'm adding right now var monitor. So look at my screen. I added. Okay. Dot. Oh, sorry. Yeah. See here. It says added monitoring of this directory. Can I see that? List monitor. See here, guys. Monitoring monitored files var log. Okay, so it got added here. Now like this you have added. Now you want to list out forwarding. Forward server means output server. So can I list out server? So see here, see there is no active forwarder and there is no inactive forwarder also. Okay, at which you should. So how to add a forwarder? So guys, you have to add a forwarder like this. Splunk add forwarder. Now input.conf, I want to show you the input.conf first before adding output. So go to the etc, go to the system, go to the local, and you see here input dot got created and server.conf also got created. Okay, I did through command line and see here. Okay, so here you added the input from the same host. You should take it up. And server.conf, you see some configuration got added for that. I set the password right. That is the thing. Okay. So now I have to take from the same host. Now I have to go to the bin directory, right? Here it is. Go to the bin directory. Now you have to do the command line output. Now what is the output directory? So here this IP address. I will change this. The port on which it should open up, it should be index. Now you know one thing, I want to add this one, but at the same time I want to add the index also. The command I'm not able to recall it. So what should I do? I am going to add some, get a help from this. How? Hyphen h. Uh, so here, see, add forwarder server. So this I'm doing add forward server. But what I'll do, add forward server and hyphen h, because I want to add an index also. So local index display. Okay, that command I'm not able to locate it, but I will get it. It's in Google. You'll be having index command line. You can do through the things also, but I want to do through command line only. So I think you can add this one, hyphen index. Let's use this. So I can add hyphen index and an index is equal to Rajesh. Okay, so this data should be in the Rajesh index. Okay, at the this one, this place, because I don't want to send it to main one, Rajesh index. Okay, so that's the things which I did it. I'll just get confirmed command line option, add forward. This one is done. Options are, let me see, index. It's not here. So see host port they are giving. Set to deploy, they are telling, add monitors. Okay, there's one here. Okay, so I should have done with the index actually. So here when you see that option is available with the index. What I'm going to do, little bit of list monitor input, or I can change the configuration also, right? So vi etc low etc system. I forgot where. Okay, just a second. So so add monitor hyphen index remote logs. So these are the things you can set it up. So what I'm going to do, add monitor to remove monitor. So dot sudo dot splunk hyphen h, here add monitor add hyphen h. What is this?
add forward server. Command option is not there. These commands are not there, no problem. So let me list the monitor, list monitor, and then I am going to remove that monitor. So remove monitor var log.
One doubt, Rajesh. So we are trying to add indexer, right?
Just a second. Not in, we are trying to add indexer. We are trying to input and send to that particular indexes. So for
Okay, okay.
that, command should be like this. Okay. So here add monitor. This will work. There's no problem. But the problem here is I don't want to send it to the directory var logs syslogs var log syslogs and source type hyphen 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 not hyphen hyphen source types Linux. That's a source type and hyphen index is equal to Rajesh. This is the one. So this way you can set multiple things. So I'm setting up now. Okay, this path is not exist. Var logs log secure. Okay, the path is not exist. So secure so let's better log only. Okay. Okay, done. Now I have added the list of monitoring. See here, monitoring files, monitoring directories also you can add it. So that is the. So guys, this has been added. Finally, I am going to add the forwarder. So here is not needed. I am going to add a forwarder output.conf. This is output.conf. So here clear adding in the forwarder. Now list the forwarder, list forward server. See here configure but inactive forwarder. So it will take some time to become inactive. Okay, just wait for it. Okay, so now can I check that output.conf etc. Okay, now etc system local and here output dot. So you can see here what we have added. Look at this server, this one, this is the stanza which we have added. So now this is the things which got added. Input and output both got added. Now go to this back folder and let's check it out if it is working properly or not. It should be active. Okay, so active. So where's active? So active cd bin. Now list the forwarder server. Still is inactive. So right now configured but active. So should automatically come, but I'll just check. Do we have any additional command to make it active? So should automatically get activated. Okay, so some logs. Okay, add some dummy logs. I'm adding one more to check why it's not getting active. So this is a small logs. Okay, and here I'll store it half of the data, this one. Okay, half of the data, and manually this I'm doing checking manually. So here duplicate session, send twice, sudo -s. I'm creating one file vi demo.csv, copying the content, save it. This is the file root demo.csv. So I'm adding this one input, one more input I'm adding. So here this one I'm adding in the dot Splunk add monitor. The path of this is root. This is the file demo.csv, and source type is home, and index also home. And let me add this here, add it. Now it must be monitoring, and if I list the monitoring, here, so now see here, monitored file here also, here also. Now I want to check the list of forwarding servers happening or not, and here inactive. Okay, so what I have to do, oh sorry, I have not started actually, sorry, I have not started, so I have to start this. So Splunk start, and done. So can we see that now? ATMIN, ATMIN 123. See here, active forwarder. So now it's active. List, monitor. Which are the files getting monitored? See here, this file is getting monitored, and a lot of files in the var log is also getting monitored. It's been sending everything from the OPT also. This is inbuilt monitoring been sending. Now can I go and check in the indexer or not? So guys, this is the indexer, right? Admin 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 123. Okay, so now close, go to the indexes. I have created two indexes, by the way. It's a fresh system, Rajesh and home. Okay, so Rajesh had some lines. Number of lines we had is 96 or something. So do you have Rajesh? See here, Rajesh is not there and home is not there. So why is not there? So we'll have to find out. The reason is you have to learn to troubleshoot the Splunk also. How to troubleshoot Splunk now? So for that you have to go to etc, sorry, var
and inside that log. Okay guys, by the way, let me tell you here, log, you can see that in the all the Splunk itself send that all the log in the internal, you know that. So you can study this one also, but right now I will show you how to see manually. So now if you see that these are the different kind of logs which we have. Some errors are here, std out is here, access related issues here. So all these things you can check it out. I'm going to check it out the errors. So now let's check it out errors. And if I here say
Rajesh, one one query. So can you do that PWD? I mean, just want to see the path.
it's a var log Splunk.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Yeah. So now what I need to do, it's trying to send the data, but it's not sending the data because the index is not there. So make sure the index should be there. So then only it will be making the impact. So home is and Rajesh. If the index is not there, it will not create it. So Rajesh. Now home, you see 0 bytes. Rajesh, sorry, 0 line event count 0. Okay, and let's wait for a few seconds. And still I'm waiting. Home and Rajesh. What you can do is you can also restart this folder, stop and start. It'll be faster rather than waiting. I'm stopping cd and stop and shutting down and start. Done. Can you check the list of monitor? List monitor ADMIN 1 2 3. See, monitoring is come done. And can I see the list of forward server, forward server, say active. So now it should be here. So see that here, refresh this. Now you should be having the some lines over there. So Rajesh has not come, still I'm waiting for it. And home also has not come. Why is that so? So I'm just checking one more time. See here, var log everything is okay for express concern of mine. And here monitored file demo.csv. Okay, let me modify this file and put some more content actually. So manually I'm inserting. Done. It's there. Demo.csv I'm pushing in the home, right? Refresh. And see here, home has got 1. I need to check actually. Rajesh got 88. So I need to check. So let's check it out. Now you can do right now. Search head I did not set it up, so I can use this one as a search head also. That's not a problem. So here, go here, and I will check it out. Take some time to forward the data. Skip. I want to know how many it has come in the index home. So home is having some one event has come. Okay. So what is the problem actually? All the lines which I created, they have taken everything as a one file. That is a problem here. because I copied manually. That's the reason. So it worked actually. It came actually everything. Now I want to see the Rajesh. Rajesh has a system information. Now you have got it. So here you see var log, everything got it. So now what is happening as per this image? I am hitting to the right now this indexer, parser, and search it together, and forwarder sending the data from here. Did you understand that now?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. So now last thing which I'm going to do is creating a search head. This is the one. So let's create a search head, and for that what I'm going to do, I'm going to log into the last server which I have somewhere here, instance. Okay, so these are the things here I'm doing. So now let me log into this server. This is a search head, full instance of Splunk, it will be there. So now almost all the commands I'm having it, so it will not take more time actually. Yes, color. So apply CentOS. Okay, now sudo -s. I'll just repeat that opt. You also know these commands, nothing great I'm doing. So install this wget. So yum install wget -y, and it's already installed. Let's download this full instance. Okay, full Splunk instance. And here this is the Splunk tar-z xvf. Okay, so I got this full blown Splunk. This Splunk, I will go here and bin directory. I will start it. Okay, so this is the, yes, I started. So now this is a basically one search head, and what I'm going to use as a search head. So for that, I will access this IP address 8080. Okay, now, oh sorry, 8000, right? 8000. So now to make this as a search head, so you should look the this one. You have to do some changes. The changes is are, I'll do that. Let it come. So index admin 123. What was the password I given? Okay, I think I did not set it up, I guess, right?
This did not set up.
Oh, sorry. So what I have to do, I have to go to the etc and delete one file which is called password. Okay, go back to the bin directory, and here I'm going to start this. Ha, it's not prompting me to remove the password. First, I'll stop it. Stopped it. And it is a it's not there. So start accept license. This should not create problem actually. Why it's not prompting? Okay, just a second. Stop. I'll just come out of it. I'll delete this Splunk tar-zxpf Splunk, extracted it, and then Splunk bin directory. Here I'm going to run this command, enter username admin, password admin123, admin123. Okay, so now I'm going to access the search head, but you have to tell indexer is not in the same machine, it's somewhere else. So here I have to tell indexer is somewhere else. It's 172, which is this one. So indexer is here, 104. Okay, so now close, got it, and also setting, and here you have to say data inputs. No, sorry, not data input. You have to say indexer cluster. You have to tell, okay, or distributed search. You have to tell distributed search. 2-3 options you have to change. I'll show this. So distributed search, and here search peers, add peers, and peers it should be what is the port number? Not this one. Management port, okay, and not HTTPS, HTTP. Sorry, yeah. Now what is the remote username? admin, admin123, admin. Okay. Save it. Okay, so here enable distributed setup. Okay, so I forgot to enable this. Cancel this. Not distributed setup. It is by default disabled. Okay,
So turn distributed search. Yes, is there, no? And okay, just a second one. Let me try because it was there. And 8089 ADMIN 123 ADMIN 123. Okay, so use this distributed setup. Enable distributed. I did that. Enable and save it. Or this is not the following error while trying to save.
Do we need to open the port specifically?
No, management port. Let me check, but it says, and well, it is sending public key to such peers. Function reset by peers. Now, okay, I think something is needed here. Forwarding and receiving. Configure receiving done. Forwarding not required. Configure forwarding not required. Let me check this distributed search. Turn on distributed search. That's correct. Everything is okay here also. Search peer is not here. It should be added here.
Please enroll our general membership for $3.99 plan to get access of all the parts.
Along with that, you can access our other tutorials such as Docker, Ansible, Jenkins, Terraform, Splunk, AWS, Azure, and various other DevOps related premium tutorials with our channel membership. If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopsschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. To get our channel membership, click onto the join button, select the $3.99 plan and grow your skills immensely.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.